everyone knows West Side Story and the infamous, incredible piece that it is, and complicated. But it was taking a look at what happened to that young woman, Maria, after she walks out of that park after Tony's been murdered.
Something's coming. That is Steven Sapp and Mildred Ruiz Sapp explaining their idea behind a sequel to West Side Story simply entitled Maria, which they are developing for the Long Wharf Theater, which is located in Connecticut. Of course, West Side Story is back in a big way, with Steven Spielberg directing a new version of the film. I think it's the best movie of the year. It is racking up nominations throughout award season, including for Rachel Zegler, who plays Maria in Spielberg's remake. When she read about the sequel news, Rachel joked on Twitter, "You're making a sequel to West Side Story and it isn't called Chino?" Chino, of course, would be the character who ends up shooting Tony at the end of the movie. Now, if someone calls spoiler alert on me, West Side Story has been out for 50 years. Steven just mentioned in that previous clip that Tony was murdered, so sorry. Now, after her joking response, Rachel did add on Twitter that she wanted to make clear that she's not affiliated with the sequel in any way. And yeah, Steven and Mildred are very clear that their continuation of the story takes place in 2017 in Puerto Rico when Hurricane Maria hit. So yeah, we're going to see a much older Maria.
What life does she lead now that she knows hate and murder and all those things in her life that's not part of her life now? Where does her story continue? To go on and be an older woman in Puerto Rico during Hurricane Maria.
The dream of every Puerto Rican is to go back to the island. And let's take our Maria and place her within the eye of the storm, place her at Hurricane Maria, place her in that moment, that place in time where she has to take notice of everything that she's lived, everything that has happened to her at this moment where life is on the balance.
Now, of course, when I first saw that headline of, sequel to West Side Story called Maria, I thought, oh, geez. And then I thought, even before I saw Steven and Mildred talk about it, I thought, well, yeah, it is an interesting idea that, we just kind of leave Maria just after he's died. So what did happen after that? And I think there's a lot of potential for story there. I think it's very interesting that they're going to basically flash forward 50 years and we're going to meet an older Maria. And of course, she's going to be right in the middle of Hurricane Maria. So there's a lot of potential there. So obviously it's going to come down to great writing and great songs, but there's definitely potential for a story there. I don't think this is like out of nowhere that you're going to continue the story of West Side Story. No, there's tons of potential there. So I'm willing to see what happens with it. Yeah, what are your thoughts to a sequel to West Side Story? Because it's coming. Something's coming. Could be good. Maybe it'll be great.